Good morning, everyone. Welcome to week of May 4th through May 8th. I hope you guys are doing well. I just wanted to go over what our expectations are for the week and to navigate where to find everything you need to know. So some of you guys may have seen a brand character assignment on last week, and I'm sorry about that. I thought I had deleted it, but that's what we're working on. We've got a couple of things we're working on this week. So last week, you went over the PowerPoints for product service management. So understanding what it takes to create a product and different product depths, widths, things of that nature. So remember, all our assessments are focusing on you creating your own food truck. So you went over the PowerPoints and the information last week. And if you have any questions for me, please email me at ttorres.bethelsd.org. So this is what we're doing this week. So we are on part 2. So part 2, you're going to do a couple of different things. So let's see if I can click on that. So what we're going to do is you first have a handout, and your handout is going to talk to you about what products are you going to offer in your food truck. So what product lines will you offer? Suggestions are like an entree, a side dish, and a drink. Product depth, like what items will you offer within each product line? Question 3 talks about your brand character, personality, what works to describe your business. Questions 4 and 5 are the brand logo and truck design. So that's just a little brief explanation of it. So let's go ahead and go here. And this is what we're talking about for the handout. So you're going to put this in Notability, and you're going to type in your name and information and all that stuff. So what we're talking about here is, what is your product mix? Taking into the target market into account, research into consideration, create 3 to 4 categories of examples that you will serve on your menu to determine your width of your product mix. For example, do you have sandwiches, tacos, pastas, salads, things like that? So think about it. What are your entrees going to be? Then we're going to create our product depth. So if we have tacos, say we listed tacos up there, what we're going to look at here is our depth. So maybe chicken, beef, pork. Perhaps if we had pastas, we would put spaghetti, lasagna, ravioli, tortellini, something to that extent. But you're going to put just the different parts of the mix, so how different does it go? So think about it. When you go to a food truck, you have the option, say they're selling hamburgers, you have an option to have a regular hamburger or a cheeseburger, or maybe it's a double burger. But there's all these different, the depth. So the same thing goes like if you have a dessert category or side dishes. Maybe you're offering French fries, onion rings, sweet potato fries, things of that nature. So hopefully you can understand that a little bit there. Let me know if you have any questions on this. So the next thing you're going to look at is your brand character. So just think about some different ideas that you want. You can circle some of these words and going, oh yeah, I want him to be imaginative, very bold, friendly, loud, strong. Think of some things that you want your brand character to be. So taking into consideration the brand character you've chosen above, the information you've collected about your city and your target market, create a unique and appealing brand logo for your food truck. Explain why you designed your brand logo the way you did. So here you can just do a brand logo, sketch it out, and an explanation of it. And then here, just visually in your mind, think about it. This is our very first thing. You guys are going to actually design a model of a food truck, but this just lets you sketch it out just to look at it. So put some color in it, make it appealing. What do you want your food truck to look like? You can go back to that food truck video that I had before, which can show you samples of food trucks. Google samples of food trucks, look at what they look like, look at their logos, their designs, and kind of get your ideas of what you want to do. So that's one assignment. Let me go ahead and let's go to our modules just so you can see what we're doing. All right. So with the modules, what I did here is a PowerPoint for you to look at. No, it's not an Nearpod. It's just a simple PowerPoint on brand characters to really just start thinking on what you are wanting to do. And within this PowerPoint, you guys are going to learn what it means to market with brand characters. So you're going to take a look at different brands, their characters, things like that. So I want you to go through this on your own. There's some videos for you to watch and you can get some ideas. Remember, start thinking of like Toucan Sam and his voice, or Tony the Tiger, his voice. What does the Keebler Elf sound and look like? So those are brand characters. How to market it with your brand characters. So you have like the Pillsbury Doughboy, and you can look at his videos and commercials there. Everybody has their own icons, and you're going to create your actual brand character. So we just talked about that a second ago. So let me go back here. So that is one thing I want you to go over today. I do want you to start. So you have this PowerPoint to go over. Let's go back to modules. So you have that little PowerPoint to go over to start getting your ideas of your brand character. Then the part 2, which is this right here that I just showed you. So you would end up downloading that, and you'll go here and you will type into that to your different categories. Remember, in a food truck, they don't have a whole ton of stuff. It's not a whole entire restaurant. Think of like top 3 or 4 things that you're going to sell, and then think of the depth within it. Because remember, you've got to cook in that food truck, so there's not a whole lot of room. So let's be reasonable about what you're thinking, but have fun with it. So let's go back to modules. And the last thing for the week you're going to do is your brand character assignment. This is where you get to go a lot more in depth in creating your brand character. So your brand character for your food truck. Analyze the business and decide on a brand character that appeals to the target market of your company or organization, which is basically, guys, again, your food truck that you're starting out. Draw the character by hand and add color as appropriate, or if you are tech savvy, use a computer. Some people did some really amazing things drawing on their iPads. Then you're going to create a Google slide presentation. Doesn't have to just be Google Slides. If you like Keynote, use Keynote. If you like Canva, use Canva. You know me, I love Canva. So if you use Canva, that's totally amazing. Keynote and anything else that you can think of. Follow the rubric, review the rubric, discuss the elements of the rubric during your presentation, and present the project and discuss the brand character as you created. So name your food truck. You got to start out about thinking about that. Discuss the history of your business. So guys, understandably, you're coming up with a food truck. Talk about why you came up with the idea that you came up with, your target market, all those different types of things. Just imagine that you are truly opening this food truck. So you're going to list at least 5 relevant products offered in your food truck, describe the business target market, explain why brand character you created will appeal to the business's target market, and identify a type of a voice and describe the personality appropriate for your brand character. You guys can even record your voice when you show it, so that's totally fun. We're looking at neatness, consistency, theme, error-free, which means spell check, and your presentation, professional, voice, speed, volume. Don't quite worry about that, because I'll kind of go over that. I don't know exactly how you will present your food truck. If you can do a voiceover in your presentation, that would be great as you're explaining it. I think that would be totally awesome if you could do that. So if you can do a presentation and do a voiceover, so when I watch it, you're talking to me, that would be fabulous. Let me know if you can. If you can't figure that out, just message me. We'll talk about it. It should be okay if you don't, but you can put some notes in your PowerPoint on like what you're trying to say, and explanations on there too. So don't freak out on that presentation part that I just said right there. If you can, walk me through your presentation using your voice, great. If you can't, that's okay too. But I would really like you to try. So let's go back to modules. let's go over what our expectation for the week is. Pretty much just activities. So I do want you to look over the PowerPoint presentation and let me know if you have any questions on that. That's just talking about brand characters and introducing you to brand characters. The next thing is actually thinking about the type of food offerings, your logo, the width and the depth of your products you're going to offer in your food truck. So that handout, fill it out. You're going to turn that in here. This is also a turn-in bucket. Brand character assignment. This is your PowerPoint. This is also a turn-in bucket as well. So I will label that and put the name in here too, assignment and turn-in bucket, just so there's no confusion. And that's all I have for you for the week. I do need to create a spreadsheet that has what we've done so far, so you're not missing any assignments. I'm also thinking of moving all of our assignments to this one where you have all your turn-in buckets. I will be doing that at a point in time. I don't want to confuse you right now, so I want you to work on everything. So I'll probably be hitting that towards the end of the trimester. But that's it for the week. You have a PowerPoint, you've got a handout you need to fill out, and create a presentation. Sorry, I kind of went longer speaking than I wanted to, but I wanted to make sure I showed you how to navigate everything. Don't get confused. So just slow it down one more time. Go over the presentation, fill out the handout, create your PowerPoint according to the rubric. Again, don't hesitate to message me. I will Zoom you any day, anytime. We have our open office hours on Thursday, but that's kind of late in there. I will also add some open office hours tomorrow, probably around the same time. So I'll just open it up. I'll just tomorrow from 10:30 to 11:30 if anybody's interested in office hours, just to go over any of this stuff. Make sure that you've checked in for attendance, and that is all I have for today. If you're backed up on some schoolwork or on work for my class, just go ahead and work on catching up on that today. And that's all I have. I hope you guys have a fabulous week. Thursday and Friday look totally amazing. I look forward to seeing what you guys come up with. I'm very excited to see your ideas for your food trucks. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for all that you do and working so hard. Again, make sure that you have checked in for attendance. I will put that on my announcements for today for you to check in there. And all of this will be attached on there too. Have a good day.